Okay, if I was starting my personal brand from scratch in 2025, this is exactly what I would do. I've had my personal brand for over 5 years now. In that time, I grew it to over 160,000 followers. I've also been working as the behind the scenes content director for many, many other personal brands, some of them in the multi millions of followers, a lot of them in the multi six figure, and some of them smaller as well, in kind of the 10 to 50,000 follower range. All of these personal brands that I work with sell some form of courses, coaching, consulting, whatever it may be. And I've basically been able to hear all of their thoughts and lessons from their years of being in the personal branding space and the creator space, as well as my own. And these are the 5 things that I would do based on my own experience, based on my clients' experience, the 5 things that I would do if I was starting my personal brand from scratch in 2025. So the first thing you need to focus on is only focus on a high paying niche and solve their problems through your content. Okay. A lot of people that I have worked with started off their social media career in more of the mass market niche where they would record skits, funny content, brain rot, memes, all these different things. And it allowed them to build these huge audiences of millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people, but it wasn't making them any money. Okay, because they were basically appealing to the lowest common denominator of people that watch social media content. It's the people that are just doom scrolling on social media. It's all they do. They have no money essentially. They do nothing with their lives but just watch social media. You want to avoid that at all costs. Okay, start your journey the right way by only focusing on making content for people that actually have money to spend, people that have businesses that want to grow a personal brand or a founder-led brand, which is a regular brand with the founder as the forefront. Think of like Bezos, Elon Musk, etc. Only record content for people that have money, that are high quality, and start making content that is basically telling them how to solve their problems, giving them advice to make more money, get in better shape, have better relationships, health, wealth, relationships. Those are the 3 niches that you want to be focusing on, the 3 big buckets or industries, I should say. And then within that, you have all of your niches. But if your content isn't helping people make more money, get in better shape, or have a better relationship with, maybe their parents or their girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, they will not pay you, in most cases, a lot of money to essentially work with you, whether it's coaching or consulting or for a course. Okay, so number 1, focus only on high paying niches. Number 2, to start with, you should focus on short form content. Every single other content style is a much longer play, like YouTube with me, for example, also with Twitter. It takes a significantly longer time to actually build up a large audience you can monetize through longer form content or through written content, also podcasts as well. But with short form content, you can pretty much, it's not unrealistic to hit tens of thousands of followers within 3 to 4 or even up to 6 months if you're consistent. Okay. So focus on short form content. If you really want to push the boat out and get really fast traction quickly, you should be posting 2 to 3 times every single day. Again, I've worked with dozens of people. I've tested every single kind of posting cadence from 15 times per month, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, even up to 5 times a day. 2 to 3 times per day is the sweet spot between volume of content being put out and not wanting to basically quit social media because content can be a lot if you don't have a team helping you. All right, 2 to 3 posts per day with short form content, vertical content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, all these kind of places will grow your audience the fastest with still a high quality audience. If you are focusing on Instagram, which you should, because the highest quality audience comes from Instagram. Let's be real, also YouTube, but YouTube takes a really long time. The third thing is sell high ticket only. I see too many people make this mistake. They're like, oh, damn, I have a lot of followers now. I have 100,000 followers. If I can just get 1,000 of them on a $100 a month subscription, I'll be making tons of money. It doesn't really work like that. It's really hard to get a lot of low ticket subscriptions. Your churns are usually super high. The money is super low until you're up to that high level, and you have to deliver a really high level of service just to keep a $100 a month subscription active. Okay. So you should not be wanting to pull your hair out over that. Okay. If you only have a few thousand followers, even up to a couple 100,000 followers, I don't recommend selling low ticket at all. Sell high ticket between $3,000 and $5,000 at minimum. And you could even push it up higher from there, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, depending on your offering, your expertise, your results, etc. Sell only high ticket. You'll work with less people. You'll make more money. You'll be able to focus on them more and give them all more individualized attention, give them better results, which will then roll into more higher ticket deals, right? You might only have to work with 5 people in order to make a significant amount of money every single month. If you have 5 people paying you 10K, that's 50K a month. And that's really not that difficult. Once you have a audience in place that trusts you, you have your authority, you've built your audience in the right way, you've demonstrated you know what you're talking about, you've ascended them up the ladder the correct way, then you can easily get people to pay you $10,000 for consulting or for some kind of service. And especially high ticket retainers, 2 to 3 to 5K plus, you can make those happen pretty easily when you have an audience that is essentially trusting you and reaching out to you to help solve their problem. So only sell high ticket. Too many of my clients in the past have tried to go low ticket and it just didn't work. Trust me, just go the high ticket route. Low ticket only really comes into it when you're significantly bigger and you're like very, very, very famous, or you have tons of money to burn on ad spend with a low ticket funnel. If you're not in that bucket, just sell high ticket. Okay. Number 4 is don't niche hop too much. Okay. People, they get into a particular niche. Maybe they're helping, people learn how to make money with trading or something. One year they're the trading guy. Next year they're the OF management guy. The year after that they're the e-commerce guy. And all your audience sees when you do that is, here is a guy who didn't make his previous business work and he jumped over to the next hot thing that was currently trending and he then tried to make that work. And when that eventually died off, then he went on to the next thing. And the entire time he was just selling a course on each of those things. You do not want to be that guy, because that's just the easiest way to make an audience lose trust in you. They're not going to they're basically going to think that you don't make any money, because if you had been making money in that thing you were doing, you probably would have stayed there and didn't transition fully over to an entirely different niche. Now, here's the caveat. You can pivot within your niche, okay? If you run a marketing agency, right? And then you start offering coaching services to help people grow their marketing agency, that's totally fine. That is not niche hopping. You're still within your industry, within your niche. But if you go from, helping people grow a marketing agency to all of a sudden wanting to help, single moms like lose weight, you're just going completely on a new industry and you're just not going to be able to get traction. Your old audience is going to leave. They're not going to resonate with your content anymore. And your audience is just going to die. Okay. So you can pivot within your sort of industry, within your niche. You can pivot, but you cannot niche hop too much. You can maybe get away with one niche hop before your audience just is like, they lose trust in that you are basically a consistent creator, a consistent person in your business. Okay. If you want a niche hop, you should create an entirely different brand. You shouldn't do it within your current brand. And 5, one of the biggest levers that someone can pull, and this is the advantage that a lot of creators that are based in these hotspots in the US can do. If you're based in like LA, you're based in Miami, for example, or New York, there are so many creators in these places. And if you can get in with a group of creators that are in similar niches to you, and you can start cross-pollinating your audiences and collaborating with them, showing up in videos for other creators and doing collaborated posts, that will increase your audience so fast, and you'll be able to take essentially revenue from that other audience, right? If you are able to collaborate with a big creator and you get posted on their channel or their account, and then their audience funnels over to you and a segment of them follow you and then opt into your funnel, and they can start to work with you, right? This is a super quick way to get your audience really big, because you will be essentially gaining authority by association, okay? You might not have had to have spent all of the time that creator did to grow their audience from 0. You can just get in front of their audience and then skip the queue, essentially. And I know that sounds really sort of disingenuous or sneaky or snaky or whatever it is, but as long as you're not as long as you're doing it you're being honest and you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're not telling that person that you're friends and you just want to be like in their content, and then if they fall in a hard time then you stop talking to them. Don't be that kind of person, right? Be a real person, a real human being. If you're friends with that person, be friends with them, help them out when they have a bad time. Don't just use them for what they have, right? Be a good human being. But I'm just telling you that opportunity exists there to collaborate with other creators, right? If a big creator is there, you know them, you can collab with them, you can do content together. Why not? It has only upside for both of you, okay? So these are 5 things. If I was going to be starting a personal brand from scratch and I wanted to grow it quickly, I wanted to make it profitable, these are the 5 things that I would do. I would only talk to high paying people. I would focus on short form content to build an audience quickly. I would sell expensive shit only, high ticket only. I would not niche hop too much. I would only pivot within my thing if the first thing wasn't working out as well as I wanted to, but I wouldn't change niches too much. And I would associate with bigger creators as fast as I possibly could, right? So if you want help with stuff like this, just check out the description. You can opt into my free newsletter. Like I said, completely free. I give out regular advice for growing personal brands, monetizing audiences, making money from social media there. I also have a link in the description if you want to work with me one-on-one. Just check the description, click the link, fill in your info, and then we can see if we're a fit to work together. But like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.